Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Kiva here, and today we're going to be doing a quick review of the Berkeley Bred series by Grey Huffington. I was introduced to this author last year with the Eisenberg Effect series that includes Luca, Lyric, and Lake Story, and it was a beautiful piece or series, I should say. It never missed. It connected all for three of them, and I just wanted to consume more of her books. And you know what? I read the Domino Effect series, love that. And I'm just like, okay, she is doing fine for me at this point in time. Just like Kennedy Ryan, she's on that top list to know that her books are top tier for me. The thing about Grey Huffington books, no, is that you have to check your trigger warnings before you go in. It's deal with heavy stuff, grief, sexual abuse, all of those kind of things. That, it's just what it is. And she brings out beautiful love stories. For now, the Berkeley Bred series, it has 4 books: Malachi, Milo, Makai, and Mecer. These are all 4 brothers. These are the Domino Men. So, if you have read Domino Effect, you definitely know that these are their cousins, Ledge and Law cousins. They grew up together. So let's get that out of the way. Know that Ledge and Law are Eisenbergs now. They're no longer dominoes. The Berkeley Bred series, I mean, let's talk about it. How I love how Grey Huffington deal with each and every book. It gives you these highlights of how everybody dealt with their grief, of the grief overall. They had that more than one persons die for them, and it shows how each person dealt with them. So when we start off with the book of Malachi, I mean, like, Grey Huffington introduce you to this beautiful love story about Malachi and Anna. We're talking about soulmate love, and love that is so beautiful. And just you can see that both of them have been loving each other right, and they know each other a long time. This book actually build you up and with that love story, and then to cut you down when Anna died. And I mean, like, when I saw, like, reading the book, here I'm talking about I'm seeing the images in my head. When I read and I'm like, oh my God, when Malachi found his wife dead, he was about to do it all away. And I mean, like, the only person that saved him is his baby girl. And so now we're introduced to her. And here is the person that brought him back to life. There was so many crazy things happening in that book. I mean, like, come on, reincarnation. I mean, like, she built you up to tear you down, to actually build you up again. I mean, like, Malachi, her love story, amazing. And a good introduction to the Berkeley series. Now, Milo and Nature, something is wrong with both of them. And I can't tell you this. Milo needs help. Nature just needs to talk up. Come on. Yes, Milo and Nature have been together since they were in college. They broke up. It ended up that Milo ended up cheating on her with somebody. And they haven't talked back till then. They met. They decided that they're going to have a child, I should say. And I was just like, come on, guys, we're adult here. People cannot read minds. Nature was like, oh, you could read my mind back then. I was like, no, baby girl, you need to tell this man what time it is. And it's not because she's doing things on her time. This man is saying, okay, I want you back. What are you on? She's like, no, I want a baby and I want to co-parent. And then when she decided, okay, I'm very much I want you in my life and I want you to be my man, things happen and it doesn't happen on her terms, and it was not this beautiful reunion. She just fall back, and it keeps on happening and happening. And then Milo is just, why are you doing this, sir? This is how I'm talking about. Everybody deal with their grief differently. Here Milo is self-sabotaging because his parents loved each other so much that they end up doing what they're doing, end up dying together. And he's thinking that this is what's going to happen for him and nature. There were so many things happening, and I could understand, but these two people needed to get it together faster. I'm just like, okay, I get it. This is how the story is going to go. They have their child, and several little things happen, and I'm like, okay. When they finally work it out, it was such a beautiful thing. I was like, okay, I need to finish reading this book because it's irritating me. I love it, but it's just getting to me. These are grown folks. You need to talk. Move on. But when we come to Makai story, and that is my favorite story out of all four. Love all, but Makai story with Glacier is top tier. I mean, Makai was not about that foolishness. He's telling you what time it is. He's like, he's giving you options, and it says the same thing. You can either be with me or be with me. And that's what Glacier had to deal with. Glacier was actually going through the most things. Her boyfriend cheated on her with her best friend, I should say. And at this point in time, he's taking back everything that he gave to her. So it's her graduation day, and things just keep on getting worse and worse. But she ended up calling Makai shop, and Makai came in and rescued her. And he's like, oh, he bought her flowers. He was there making noise at the graduation. And then he ended up bringing her back, fixing her old car also to top tier performance. And he's like, okay, listen, I'm going to give you some money to deal with your situation. Buy yourself something nice. And she was like, oh, I'm going to pay rent. And he just popped out another card and said, hey, I said to buy something nice. This is to pay rent. And listen, when you get your exes and all of that problems out of your system, you need to holler at a guy. Turned out that Makai was going on a trip, and it was a couple's trip between Malachi and Air, Law and Clue, Ledge and Halo. I was again, somebody else was on there, and he was like the only person. He's like, oh, the only person that comes to mind is Glacier. Calls Glacier, roll up to her house. I'm like, oh, pack your stuff. He's not feeling what she's carrying. He said like, okay, we're not going to do that. That is some raggedy stuff. We're leaving it. We're going to buy your stuff. No. Glacier go to this place, and she meets these beautiful ladies, and I'm like, oh, she meets Air, Clue, Nature, Halo, all four ladies. And you're looking at it like she finally find her family, because her parents die also. Her grandmother has dementia, and sometimes I remember her for the facts that is going on. So she's pretty much lonely out there. I love their love story. Makai was never going to let up on this girl. He's like, okay, when it all said and done, her ex-boyfriend works for Makai. And Makai was like, oh, let me give you a toast for actually messing up and giving me the best thing ever come into my life. That is how Makai rolls. Don't you ever feel like you can intimidate my girl here. Don't. I mean, like, Makai was like, yes. The only thing, Makai actually went to jail for this man. You hear? Because he had business and it needs to be solved, and his mind is not going to rest because this is what is going on. I mean, like, it's one of the softest love story. I mean, like, I consume it so fast. It's crazy. Then we met Mecer. And from the books, from Domino Effect, we know that he was in lockup. And you were introduced to Mecer long time. But Mecer's story is a little bit more complicated. As I said, you need to check your trigger warnings. No, this young lady is in her house and Mecer comes, knock on it. He's not getting a response. The man came into the house because he used to own the house and he has something in the backyard that he needs to dig up and get it out of her way, get it and move. Turn out that this young lady is married and they end up getting into it. He did not know that she was married, but this lady said her marriage was typically over because the husband was cheating on her with several ladies prior for like 2 years. So when he met Valley, he was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. Her husband is cheating on her because she could not have children. And I was like, when they were together with Mecer went and prayed for this young lady. It was such a beautiful moment. I mean, like, come on. How many men out there is going to pray for you? And Mecer was out there. This is a part of what I loved about Grey Huffington series. These men, they believe in God. Really top tier. They go to everything that they're doing. They pray for what they're doing. They go to God and get guidance and come back. I mean, like, they pray over their meals and stuff. And when Mecer actually prayed for her, and he was like so convinced and he is confident that God is going to actually bring her to the point that she's going to be weeping because she has found a pregnancy test that is positive. The man said God is not going to allow him to bring this young lady into his family that is very much fruitful and she cannot produce a child. And even if she couldn't produce a child, he's okay with that, but he's not going to do that to him. I mean, like, when you think about Mecer's story, this man did not even care about the husband. He's like, oh, you call? I'm here. When he decided, okay, when she said, okay, I am done, I'm tired, I'm getting this thing, I'm leaving, the man come for his woman without a doubt. And he makes sure he took care of everything for her. He's like, okay, I can't just go and do all of this that I usually do, and I can't get locked up when I'm trying to make this vision come alive. He's opening his store, restaurant, I should say. And he's like, okay, I need to protect Valley also because this girl is worth a lot, $35 million. And her husband is from a series of lawyers that divorce lawyers. So every client of theirs have gotten half of their spousal support and half of what their spouse have been earning. And I'm looking at it. Mecer did not care for all of that when the young lady said, I am tired, I am done. He came for her without a doubt. I mean, like, overall, the entire series, I can tell you, was a beautiful piece. It dealt with mental illness. It dealt with several other little things. Grief, children, dealing with, disabilities and all of that. And I have to give it up to Grey Huffington for touching on harsh topics that a lot of people cannot bring forth in this beautiful way without making it look too harsh. I mean, like, it touch and you feel the emotion, but it was not overbearing where this is all about what is going on in the book and every 5 seconds you're seeing it without you get the love story, you get the heavy stuff, you show how everyday people deal with their stuff. I mean, like, it is top tier. 5-star rating, and I would recommend it to anyone, definitely. So until next time, thank you for watching. So bye.